Yeah, I have 3 questions. Yeah, come on, tough it out. Come on,
like bring one of your buddies up to ask 1 or 2 of them.
Maybe we should do one after.
Well, one quick question is if you have any additional autograph signings later.
Not at this con, I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
But it's not like this is our last con.
Okay, so one question would, second question would be, any more animated video game parodies? I like the Final Fantasy 71.
Yeah.
We have Gods of War? What are we messing with?
We did God of War. We got a really funny.
Yeah.
We have a really funny God of War sketch that, of all people, Brian Austin Green voiced, and it is. If you don't think that Brian Austin Green is a good Kratos, I'm about to prove you wrong.
Yeah, I will say that sketch makes me slightly uncomfortable.
It's an uncomfortable sketch. I don't know if you know this about Kratos, but he fills the Blades of Chaos with like blood orbs by having sex with people. We just think that's an odd thing to build into a game, so.
Right. My last question is actually for Macaulay Culkin. Yeah. So, how do you feel about your brother being doing so well with Scott Pilgrim?
What about that?
Your brother. What do you think about him in Scott Pilgrim?
I thought he was fantastic. I thought he was a scenes dude. He's a sexy beast. I'm very proud of my brothers.
I like your brothers.
I know.
You got a sweet family.
I know, that's so bad, right?
You're down.
It's in the genes.
Hi. If this has happened already and I'm somehow not aware of it, I'm sorry. But I just finished Buffy, so Robot Chicken Buffy. Has this happened? Will it happen? It should
in
happen.
our very first season, we did this ridiculous, like Chucky versus the Cabbage Patch Kid. That folded into Sarah explaining to somebody why she quit the show. And it was just really, it didn't make any sense. It had nothing to do with Buffy.
But you know what? I'll actually add, we actually brought Allison Hannigan on just recently. She has a bunch of stuff coming out very soon.
She's really talented. It's just my opinion, guys.
Okay, over here.
This is for Seth. What was it like being Joker in Mass Effect 2?
My favorite thing about that is that thousands of gamers are having an intimate experience with me that I'm not sharing firsthand. Because they're all like going through a really serious journey and I'm like, he's on your bar clock! I'm coming to pick you up, or we gotta get out of here, or whatever it is. I love it. It is so fun. It's a great job, and I hope we get to do more.
Thank you.
Alright, it's a twofold question. Firstly, are there any bloopers that you could talk about that normally wouldn't make it to air or normally won't be on a DVD?
We put everything.
You know what? Everything's on the DVD, I think. I think we're DVD whores.
We're such
Everything.
We're such narcissists. Everything that's too long to put on the air is so precious to us. We want to make sure that people see it.
And is there any other movie or trilogy, like Lord of the Rings, you want to rip into out there and what's the green light process to do that?
It's not a special, but we have an epic series of Lord of the Rings sketches in the 5th season. We have like 10 or 12 Gandalf sketches this year, and then there's a massive like J.R.R. Tolkien Jr. novel that we act out.
Can you expand on this? By the way, tell me you're going to get around to doing that Star Trek opera again, or do something similar to that.
We did it.
That was righteous.
We already did. Thank you. I love it. We did The Wrath of Khan as a Italian opera.
It's one of my favorites. Like this story. And when the person who came in to sing it finished, what did they tell you?
Say that again.
When the person.
Oh, this was great. Yeah, I guess he was our alto. they came in and did this beautiful, we got actual opera singers to come in and sing it, and I just sat there so amazed at how talented they are. And this one guy finished all his stuff, and we've got him doing like ludicrous things and talking like Spock, and then he's like, all right, I'm glad this is great, I gotta head to the airport. And I go, oh, where are you going? He goes, I'm going to Italy. And I was like, oh, what are you going to Italy for? And he was like, well, to sing opera. I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
I have 2 questions.
No, with the 2 questions, guys, are we gonna allow this? I don't know, that sounds like the will of the people. Is it 1 question each? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah!
So does that preclude people from having a 2-fold question?
Yeah!
All right, this is the mood of the people, guys. It's 1 question per person, I'm sorry.
Okay, one question is, what is your favorite, of all the stuff you've done, like all the parodies I've seen on Robot Chicken, what would be the one that you would say is your favorite, like off the top of your head?
You know what? That's like asking who your favorite child is.
If you've got like 20 kids.
Or 2,000. Wow, favorite sketch.
I mean, I always go back to that Voltron sketch. We did a Voltron breakdancing sketch. That was kind of a revelation for us where we realized that we could make robots breakdance. And that happened in our 5th episode. It happened in our 5th episode. We wrote a song, we recorded a rap song, and then we had robots breakdance. I was like, oh, this is what our show is, all right.
Today I'll say the gummy bear, only because I keep seeing that 5-pound gummy bear. If you haven't seen it at the Adult Swim booth, you can eat it. It's a pink 5-pound gummy bear.
Yes.
It's awful.
It's too big for a single eater.
Yeah, we had someone in our office try, and I thought he was gonna die. So don't do it in one sitting. That's all. That's my one precaution.
But go buy one. Over here.
Before I ask my question, I just wanted to say to the Zac Efron haters, I thought he was good at hairspray.
Zac Efron is really into hairspray. That's
And
fine.
just Billy Joel in that one sketch. Or 2 sketches.
Yeah, he did
Billy
Billy Joel.
too.
He played Billy Joel.
Him and Marsden in Hairspray, it's ridiculous. Like, they're just so freaking talented, singing and dancing and acting. I was like, you guys, too pretty to be that talented.
Come a long way since High School Musical.
What's that?
He's come a long way since High School
Well,
Musical.
we're not in any kind of direct competition, so there's just no point in me hating him. It doesn't make sense.
Plus, it's that thing where he comes in and he does it better than you expect, and you're like, oh my god, you're so
And then we brought him around the studio, and everyone was like, oh, Zac Efron was like, hey, nice to meet you, I'm Zac. Wow, tell me what you're working on. And everyone's like, oh, well, I'm learning how to put Ben in these pieces. Like, oh, that's so cool. Did you go to school for that? And everyone's like, wow, you're so nice. And he's not even faking it. He's just a nice dude.
Seth has a man crush, it's okay.
It's true. It's true.
We're talking about Zac Efron right now.
Yeah, I know.
This question is for Matt.
Wow, alright.
Wait, was that, did you finish that?
That was a good question.
Did you have a question?
Yeah,
That wasn't a question.
the last time I saw you, Macaulay, was I think in Saved, and I was just curious, where have you been this entire time? I haven't heard like anything.
I've been just hiding under a rock somewhere, you know. Just hanging out.
Wait, he just did Robot Chicken. What are you talking
I mean,
about?
other than that, sorry.
The best thing about Mac is that he's had a more successful career by the time he was 14 than most of us will have in our entire lives. So his version of retirement is totally different than any of us could even have perspective on. So if he spends like 4 years, maybe 6 years not doing anything, he will still be more relevant than anyone in this room.
Well, this is kind of relates to that. Do you ever have any angst as to being shadowed by Seth Green?
Matt, you know Matt's like almost what? Was that to Matt?
Was that to me or to I'm sorry.
Was that to Matt?
To me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Matt's like almost a full foot taller than me, so he shadows me in most direct sunlight.
Yeah, and I don't know if you realize I'm really awkward up here, so him taking the limelight, God bless him.
It's the hat.
Yeah, they're a perfect couple.
We are.
I don't know why I'm sitting in between them.
Claire gets between our love.
Whatever you say, Yoko.
But she's the one with the musical talent. Didn't you see the video?
Yeah, no shit.
Did you guys see the Geeky Gamer Girls video? 6 or 7 of you? The Geek and Gamer Girls video?
Look it up online. Team Unicorn.
FTW.